So this is another Eaglemoss unboxing. This one I bought for a little gap in my original series slash early movies collection, and I hadn't really been thinking about getting it, but it caught my eye, and it was really strange because I thought, I'm sure I've seen that ship as something else. When I did a little bit of reading around, this is the ship that appears in, think about this now, Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and it delivers a Klingon spy to a Klingon captain and is promptly blown up thereafter. And there's a whole issue with its scaling, or, well, the bird of prey's scaling that's involved, because it seems either this ship is really, really tiny, or the bird of prey is really, really huge. It's one of the two. So there's a little bit of controversy around that side of it. But when I read up on this, it turns out that it's been sort of repainted or shot differently and had various things bolted onto it to be several other ships. So it's been a Cardassian freighter. It was in, I think, the Shiliak colony ship. So it's been all sorts, and so it's actually had quite a long life, much like the Excelsior class. It's actually appeared in many Star Trek series down the line. So I'm going to have a little look on the inside of it now. And this probably represents the last of my original series items that I actually need, because I think I'm pretty much there, and I'm pretty much out of space in my current display furniture. So I'm just being a little bit careful, because no, actually that's not bad as these things go. So there she is. She's got this rather interesting little fin down the bottom, which apparently has been coming and going from the model over time as it's been sort of re-shown. But that's a really good weight, and the detailing on there, you can see it reflected in the light there quite nicely, actually. But the detailing on that is lovely. I mean, as soon as I saw it through the top of the box, I thought that's actually rather impressive. For a sort of a slightly random kind of ship that isn't a major player, you know, it's actually really nice as the models go. And there's some real weight to that. It's heavy. So that's right. That's a rather pleasant surprise. And that was the grand total of £8.50. It was half price. I mean, it might be a little bit too late by the time you listen to this, but the Black Friday deals on the site have been brilliant for me personally, because they've allowed me to get some of the XL size models at half price. So that's a £30 saving on a lot of them. And that does happen from time to time anyway, but you really do have to keep your eyes open. You have to be extremely patient, which fortunately I am, because otherwise you would end up paying quite a lot more for some of these if you if you didn't sort of wait it out and just keep an eye and try and snag it when they're discounted. But the discounts are really good. I mean, I can't knock them for that. The Eaglemoss website is always running something discounted, but it's just one of those things where you have to get your timing right, because these things have literally been on offer just for 24 hours as part of, sort of the typical Black Friday rush thing that people do, these flash sales. But as I say, you know, I can't knock the outcome from my point of view, because it's allowed me to justify getting some of the really expensive ships, which I probably wouldn't otherwise have been able to justify to myself. So there she is on the stand. So just a typical sort of Eaglemoss positioning here. I'll move that out of the way so you can see her a bit more clearly. Let's put it around there. So I really like that as a ship. She's got nice sort of chunky quad. Oh, it's almost 5 engines at the back actually. But I think probably 4 main engines there. And oops. And I always remember her being a really interesting ship, because you don't often see many sort of everyday non-hero ships in the Star Trek movies. They're quite unusual to see. So to see an actual sort of merchanty sort of ship, hence merchantman, I guess, that wasn't really, wasn't Klingon, wasn't Federation particularly, it was just a ship, was actually, really, really unusual to see. So, yeah, I really like it. I think that's well worth the money in my boys. That's one of the bigger models as well, actually. For a standard model, that's actually quite big. It's weighty, so there's definitely metal in there, and it is incredibly well detailed. So that's one of those ones that just sort of has surprised me with its quality, really. I'm just having a quick look. The cargo hold is supposed to be in this rear section here. There's a main bridge, and the main bridge is quite big, which suggests that this isn't a tiny vessel. But the scaling of it with the Bird of Prey in Star Trek 3 was probably a little bit off, I think. The Eaglemoss magazine reckons 150 metres, which I think is probably fairly substantial as compared to what the film suggests. So yeah, it's definitely been reused in a few different places. It's good. Right then, so that's that one done, and quite excited about the next one actually, which obviously I haven't unboxed yet, but we'll do for your viewing pleasure shortly. And this is this will be a larger affair. This will be an XL model, one of the ones that I got during the Black Friday period, where it just sort of sprang up, and I felt it would be rude not to, really. So yeah, I'll move on to that one and see you for that one. Cheers for now.